हाँ, अभी स्टार्ट किया मैंने। अभी अभी ठीक होगा लगता है। हाँ, ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू। हो गया हो गया हो गया। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू। ओके, सबको मेरा नमस्कार। This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. Sorry for the technical delay. There was some problem, but anyway, it's sorted out. So let's start. I told you in the morning I'll show that particular variation of Geller attack. First, let me show you Geller attack. Then I will come to other lines. When nobody is here yet. Hello, Birabhadra Singh. Good afternoon. So there was some technical problem, but we have sorted out. All right. I hope now everything is clear. Okay. So the Geller attack starts with after the move d4, d5, c4, c6, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3. Now pawn takes e4 is Geller attack. If you play a4, this is Alekhine system. The stopping b5 and then he playing for center. So let us see. Geller attack is good, and it is very good if black does not know theory. It is very dangerous attack. So in return for the pawn, black has center, white has center. So black must defend the pawn. Now e5, knight d5, a4. Actually, the main line is here e6, but there are some players play h6. They want to avoid that ng5. I will discuss that also. First, let us see the main line with e6. Now pawn into pawn. Now you have to take to maintain the extra material. Now pawn into. This is the main position, and white is pawn down, but white has a fantastic center and mobility of his pieces. And there are a lot of weak points, especially the black king. Yeah, the Geller attack named after him. Geller popularized it, and then Kasparov and a lot of other top players also adapted to it. So this is Geller attack because Geller's popularized. It is known as Geller attack. Now knight g5. There is a direct threat. White wants to play queen f3 with the threat of this thing and rook simultaneous. Now he can play bb7 or he can attack the knight. So both are not good. Now white goes queen s5. Want to provoke a weakness. Want to provoke a weakness. White is giving There is a direct threat also. Suppose you play queen c7, now knight into pawn will come. Knight into pawn will come. So you need to play either g6, you need to play g6 or queen d7 or queen d7. So he plays. Now if you play queen d7, it is not solving the problem because white can also play now knight takes pawn. With the idea, next move he wants to give a check and take the rook. Or even he can take the knight and take the queen. So queen d7 is not solving the problem. That means you have to play now g6. So white has achieved more than enough. White has got a good center and created a lot of weak points. A backward pawn, weak squares, weak squares. This is a bad king situation. So queen to g4. One of the main ideas, see, that is one is ready to castle, one is ready to castle. Second, he wants to play bishop to here so that I can exchange the bishop and plant the knight to e4. This is the plan. Bishop knight there, you have to surrender it. No castling. Systematically. Now you cannot keep quiet. You have to now plan. I want to exchange the bishop and knight f6 check. In case you play bishop takes bishop, first I will give a check. Rook attack. So white has got a very strong pawn structure and king side pawn majority. White is a superior pawn structure, space, and a superior king position. Black rooks are not coordinated. So it is very clear to see that white has got a huge advantage. Now we have to recollect the material. White is a pawn down, so he goes for some material after this rook. Now the problem is if he will play pawn push, rook into pawn is coming. Like he can play either rook into b5 or he can play rook into a6. This is stronger because I am threatening one more pawn. So in this case he plays no. After this he plays queen, center pawn. I want to you to play white should continue the game. You need to get a feel for position. What should white do now? What should you do? I will tell you. There are two ways. Critical moment. A for attack, M for material. A for attack, M for material. If you want to win a pawn, rook takes pawn is material. A technical fight will come. After rook takes pawn, pawn into, rook into, take king into. So this is material. But A for attack, there is attack. Instead of winning a pawn simply, white finds a marvelous way to continue the attack. Find out about it. Not queen f4. Virabhadra, the king wants to run away. The king wants to come here and then rooks are coordinated. No, the king wants to come. After the king g7, black will consolidate. So rook takes pawn is not correct move because king g7. There should be no coordination. Cutting off between the rooks. The rooks cannot be coordinated. A fantastic move by Geller. Now queen into queen is losing, just losing. Pawn into queen, and now rook into pawn is coming. This is lost. This is a bad position. Now rook takes pawn, and here rook takes pawn wins. So queen f6 is a very strong move, very powerful move by Geller. So black plays. Now it is very technical. Now the position you have got a iron grip. Hello Akshar Zala. Yes, Birabhadra Singh. Queen f6. Now the point is, black will try to free the game. When you have an advantage, do not relax. Now you must think empathetically. Empathy means put yourself in opponent place. You put yourself that you are playing black. What black will do? Black will play pawn push and then rook will come here. Trying to get some freedom. So black's idea to play g5 and get relief. No relief. Excellently played. Now if you play g5, I will play f5. F5. So no g5. Now queen comes here, but it is not technically winning. It is technically lost position. Hard attack on the a6 pawn. Center pawn gone. It is winning. Now white is practically like playing like extra rook. Now the threat is rook into pawn. Finish. The game over. There is no time for queen into. You lose the queen. After you take check and pawn check. Now if you take queen check and pawn check, all over. So the whole point is that even this normal moves playing, that white has got an advantage. What Geller did with a hello Akshar Zala. Okay. So this is Grandmaster Geller popularized it. Like this pawn push knight here and takes pawn push. Okay, what about what you can do now? Now pawn into pawn push is there. If you play b5, e5 it is coming. So let me show you another game of Geller. Same year, Geller versus Florian. Now in this position here, e5 is a normal move. E5, even queen c2. This is good, but this is more aggressive. This is more aggressive. So this is good move. Now if you play b4, knight a4 is good. Knight b1 is good. White is plus minus. It is some what you call bot. It has been transposed to Botvinnik variation of Slav. So this is also, but I recommend to play e5. This is good, but my recommendation here, not queen c2 here. In this position, we should prepare e5. Okay, let me show you some games of Gary Vai Kasparov. Gary Vai. Then I will take you to some modern games. है कि नहीं रखा है ना हाँ Naturally, Kasparov will play the more aggressive e5. Forced. Now knight g5. Rather, forced queen f3 is a threat. Now, queen d5 is not working. This is bad. After move, I will play b2. This is overwhelming. So You have to play only move bishop b7. Forced again. Now I've already seen that Geller game that g6 is bad. So he plays queen. Now I told you knight takes h7. With the two threats, I can play knight f8 and play the end game and take the queen. I can also give a check and take the rook. Knight into the end game. It is risky to grab the exchange, you know, because you'll have compensation for black. So this is much better. Necessary. Now after the move, here this end game, two bishop and center. White is better. Still, I would like to go a little further. There is a two threats. One threat rook into b5 direct, and second threat is bishop takes c4. This is good. So now material factor has become equal. Material actually, white is a pawn up now. From a pawn down to pawn up. And consolidation starts. White has consolidated now. White has double bishop and extra pawn. Should win the game. So what we learned from this game that queen d7 is a bad move because of knight h7 followed by the knight f8. The end game is bad. Next, again of one game of Gary Vai. Here he demonstrates a different game. After the move e5, knight g5, now queen d7, bishop f3. Now we saw in that last game, after the move here, he played knight into h7. Here, a new move. The idea now, if you move the knight, white initiative is lost. So bishop f3. Anyway, the pawn into knight is not working. The rook is hanging. And if you play g6, you can return the queen somewhere to h3. No problem. You have to consider your bishop now. Now bishop into knight is practically forced. Other way, now in the game, he ignored this. This is has to be given. Otherwise, the knight is creating a lot of trouble. So he refused to give. Grandmaster Petur's son from Iceland, he refused to give. Black is ambitious now. He wants to play b4, b3, a4, want to create two pass pawns. I will tell you that any middle game operation, now Black's plan is to create two pass pawns from this and take the initiative. Any middle game operation without coordination, without good king position, will always have counter attack. Now, black plan is faulty. Notice how Garry Kasparov exploits this. And the point is now he is giving a threat. He is giving his idea. I want to give a check, and then I can target this point. I can target this and this both. Check. Intermediary move now. Now, I take a very important thing. The position has come color complex. From one theme to we are switching to another theme. Chess is like basketball. You pass the ball quickly to another player, another player. That means another theme. Now it has transposed from center and good king position. It has transposed to advantage of color complex. Now pawn into is bad. This is bad. I will open the king position. So the only move. Now return. Black has lot of problem on the white squares. No coordination. The d7 pawn. Now this threat is simple. I want to play h4, h5. And if you play h5, then black solves problem. Threat, very well played. Excellent. Gary Kasparov has written a series of good books, all my predecessors, Evolution of 70s, and his own best games. Fantastic writer. And somebody said that Kasparov revealed only 5% of his preparation. 95% never came to printing or knowledge of others. Maybe some of his seconds know all this. Black is looking now solution to exchange the queen and fight a bad endgame. No queen. Middle game is crushing. Tempo not working. There is no time. Rook will fall. You queen takes it, rook will fall. And rook into mate. So there is no time. Only till there is no time. Now queen into pawn, there is no rook attack. Lost. So very well played. Excellent demonstration of advantage in this variation. He refused to play empty line. Now we saw queen d7 is bad, h6 is bad here. After the e5 here. Now we saw here in this position bb7 and we saw queen d7 is bad after the move. Now I want to show you another one. I guess here other than ng5 even g3 is also good one. I believe this is also plus. But I want to show you a line, odd line. Here, b6. No. I think somewhere here. At this point only, instead of playing the e6 move, black can play a move like h6. h6. What happened to Ivanchuk versus Julian Oxen? Now, bishop a3. The point is, now knight g5 is not coming, but white opens another gate, bishop. Now you can't play e6, then you lose castle chance. And if you cannot play now bb7, the e6, pawn nail. This will bring a pawn nail. This is strong. So you can't play e6, you can't play bb7. White can count on an advantage. Threat. Again, maneuvering. The same idea. Knight coming to e4 and bishop coming to e2 and f3. Opening the lines. You cannot take it, you lose a pawn. You will be one pawn down, and if you take, you are opening line for white rook against the black king. The concept is clear. You take the pawn, the king in trouble. You don't take the pawn, technically lost. Plus, the only move. Superior minor piece, better center, better king position. Lost. I will be centralizing the queen with a deadly effect. Queen into a fourth threat. The position is plus. So the whole idea of h6 does not work. The position is, the whole idea of h6 is not good. After h6, you simply take AB, and after the move bishop a3, white is better. Let us say Daniel Gormali, British Grandmaster, which is more modern than the earlier game. G3. Of course, now after the move, this whenever b4 plays, this is a problem. You can return also knight b1 and knight coming, but when the bishop is here, that is better than knight b1 and d2. Now better is this. I believe that white has got sufficient compensation. What is the thing? What I remember while seeing the game Kasparov Peterson. Yeah, yeah. I played Peterson once, a Iceland Grandmaster, and a draw. It was a very valuable draw for me. In a bad position, I managed a draw. So it helped me for my IM title in the World Open. So the World Open, I played 5 Grandmasters and 4 International Masters. It was good experience. I made the norm. Who are the 5 GMs? I played Peturson, Wojtkovic, I played Benko, I played Christiansen, I played Yuri Dakonian. So 5 Grandmasters, and not bad my result. Okay. So here Daniel Gormali plays knight e4. So white has got a central knight, central space, and more better open line. I would conclude that this is a clear advantage for white. There is nothing better. What else you can do? You try to play g6 is worse. Bishop cannot leave d6 square. Now actually this is not a threat because knight check is coming. So this is not. You should worry about this. Very well. Regarding Daniel Gormali, I must tell you, I played one tournament, Isle of Man. One of my memorable tournament. My performance was really good. I missed a grandmaster now by half a point. Very very close I was. That tournament, my friend Goffstein was playing with Gormali. Leonard Goffstein. And when I went to the hall, after some my game was finished, I had a quick lunch and went to the hall. I saw still Goffstein was playing, and Goffstein was one piece up. And I thought, what is he? Why he was playing for 1 hour, a piece down? Okay, the Goffstein won final. After that, Gormali wanted to analyze the game. Then Goffstein said, not correct, not correct, not correct. He did not say the Russian pronunciation, not correct. Then I was, then again he said, not correct. You torture me for 1 hour and you want to analyze with me? This is, you should have resigned long before and analyze. You want to torture me for 1 hour and now it you want to analyze? Not correct. So anyway, whatever he has done, the opening is good. So the system is, after you can play either you can play g3, good move, or you can just play like I want to plan also. It is good. You can play pawn into pawn, and this is I think this Gormali's game is more complicated and more stronger than that old move. AB is good. After AB, knight into pawn into bishop a3 is good. This is good. And we play g3 is also strong. This is also strong. Anyway, so I leave this line. Let me take you now to some modern game. Levon Aronian. Levon Aronian played d4, d5, c4, c6, knight f3, knight f6, and c3, d e4, b5. Now e5 and d5. Okay. Now a4, e6. So ab, take, and now Levon Aronian some games. So here, no, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. How can I think I'm missing something. No, it is not there, fortunately. Okay, let's say Nakamura versus somebody. Anyway, it is 2018, 2018 game. So let us see Nakamura is white here. So taking the G2 pawn is risky. Bishop G2 with advantage. Very well played. Queen F3. Now he's preparing to play Queen F3. Now the idea with the B4, Queen F3 is a threat. Who is this? ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ନଉଛି ହାପି ନ୍ୟୁ ଇୟର ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଫୋନ୍ କରୁଛି ସାଢ଼େ ଚାରିଟା ବେଳକୁ so here now the point is more weaknesses. I want d6 to come. So he just gives. Now this is a positional advantage. The point is now you have got bishop pair and better position. It would be a mistake to play pawn into now. It would be not the correct move because the knight into pawn will come. So here the point is I have a tempo here. So white stands better. Now black cannot castle on the queen side, and if he castles on the king side, already white has made substantial progress. This position is very dangerous. White is really good. So 2018 there is a substantial improvement in Geller attack. What happens in bishop a3? Bishop a3, queen d7, rook d1, b d5. No, I think it is not the correct move. Bishop a3, queen d7, rd1, bishop d5 is okay for black. So he plays bishop e3, correct move. This is very really dangerous. Now rook pinning the queen. Now rook pinning the queen does not work because after you bring rook check, rook check. Now bishop check is coming. Huh? Rook check is not coming. I believe bishop check should win. I think this should win. But to find out what is the mind of Nakamura, rook check here. No, why he is giving this variation and he did not accept it in the actual game. He did not. What happens here? Now rook at g8. What can he do? Mate. Oh, I am also overlooking this mate. Simple mate. Okay. Hello, Suresh bhai. Good afternoon. So this is also a good line and substantial improvement in Geller attack. I leave the line now. Did Piquet do a modern player? Same attack, similar things is bringing plus. Also a good way. Okay, so I leave Geller attack, and I will tell you the correct and more popular in the top level is this: d4 d5, c4 c6, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, pawn into pawn. They play Alekhine variation. Alekhine system is more popular than Geller attack. Geller attack, there is some improvement. That is why they adapt to this line. For example, now you can transpose to Queen's Gambit accepted. Now after knight c3, pawn into pawn, e4, b5. Now a4, e6, pawn into sorry. Now e6, now e5, knight b5, and ab. Now knight b6. This will transpose to some Queen's Gambit accepted positions. So it's not that easy. Anyway, I leave this and go to Spassky schemes. I'll finish Spassky in this session. Spassky's games I'll finish in this session only. Here, straight away going to some 21 move. Ridley is actually a very fine in end game and a very good technician, very well prepared player. Winning is very normal. So white is ready to do hanging pawns. This is good. This is good for white. After this, white has got a very active play. I mean, any moment he will come here activating the bishop. This is powerful position for white. So he decided not to allow an attacking setup. This queen. Now white need to find a plan because black is just waiting. D5 push is not coming. So white wants to provoke some weakness. The idea, I need to provoke some, make some concession in the position. So he waits. Idea, you play some move like a5. Then there is problem will come. So it's a more or less a waiting move. Now what should black do? Black has developed castle. What black should do? This is what precisely white wanted. He has done the damage. Now he will return to the queen side on square b5, b6 weaknesses. Advantage to white. This is bad. White to play. Now white has got advantage. How should white play now? I am giving you time. Work out how should white play now. Can somebody suggest me what should white do? Let me tell you that white is forced to play actively. Otherwise, he will have problem on this hanging pawns. The hanging pawns, which is good now, will turn out bad. Yeah. So you need to take initiative. Otherwise, there is problem. Okay, what are the weak points? The weak point is, the king is poorly placed. For example, if ever he takes it, the queen will take with a threat. So I welcome. White welcomes this exchange. So this is no problem. That means you need to open up the game rook's position. Now d5 is not coming. D5 is not coming. So this is the correct. This is the correct. If he captures, he loses a piece. Piece. Now pawn into pawn, bishop a5 wins a piece. And anyway, there is a threat. Anyway, there is a threat of pawn into pawn winning a piece. So reply is more or less forced. I don't think. How are you going to meet this? So takes. Now queen coming entering. Enter. Now the whole point is that if you play directly, there is no danger. If you play directly here, bishop f6 will come. So you, because now I want to open, I want him to play so that the e file is opened for the rook. Then the attack will come. Spassky has a very good feeling for the attack. So before going reckless queen h7, gets nothing. When you are attacking or defending, your nerves must be very cool. You do not get rattled by some ordinary moves. The plan is to keep the position open and the key diagram, key file. So good move. Excellently played. Now pawn into pawn. Suppose you play. Now queen comes and now this is fail into rook. If you play this, rook is coming. It's all over. This is the idea of d5. So good move. Okay, now what? This is easily winning because now new weakness for the knight. Knight. Oh, check. You take the pawn d5, queen d8 check. Now king moves, queen into pawn check, d5 check and winning. Or bishop f8. Anyway, that knight is coming and winning the game. Anyway, this will knight will come and win. So hopeless position. Idea rook check is coming. So what I liked it that three stages. Spassky went through three stages. Number one, he with the ready to hanging pawns. I like here knight b3. Where is the move? Knight b3. This is a critical moment. He played pressure. Pressure at the point. I should give this move an exclamation mark. This deserves exclamation. Idea is to provoke. Now I am building up. Just building up. Very wonderfully played by Spassky. Sufficiently, he has weakened the position and returned to the center. And then after that move c5 in time. And then d5 in time. Excellent diagrams. Brother, Botvinnik showed, Botvinnik said, somebody in timid variation, you don't need to play c4. You don't need this move anymore. That knight c3, avoid that c4 move. Better. So b5 is a threat. Now the point, I need to overprotect this point. Or I should play a4 because he is threatening b5. So a4 stops that, indirectly stopping. If you play b5, I will take with the bishop only. Plus. Simply mobilizing. Now if you play like this, it is not a good idea. Because he can play move like bd7 and knight b5 with counterplay. So Better to play bishop g5. Development. Now the ideal position, white wants to play e5 break. In such a position, the more ideally, what if given time, my pawn on s3, my bishop on d3, my queen on d3, and then I come here. Like Korsunoi Karpov, Karpov white, Korsunoi black. The last game in the World Championship, 1978 or 81, I think. 78, 78. You should see that game. So we get a strategic grip. Forced. Okay, on king here, I will play s3. And if you place king here, I will save the bishop. Now the bishop is saved and prepare for e5 plus plus minus. Centralized pieces. Forced. Even knight into pawn. Even this is also enough for advantage. This is also enough. So he plays winning the game. You can come and give the exchange. This is not danger because queen into 6 and knight g5 will kill. So the knight g5 is coming. Okay, what should white do now? Whatever white has built up an attack. Now what? Because black has defended the defense, meeting attack, king will run away. So how should white continue the attack? Initiate. It is very important. It is like you are near the goal post and ball with you, nobody. You have to strike. You need to strike. Now, very simple way. Let me see how many of you strike now. Why to play and win? It is a strategic puzzle. Tactical puzzle you have seen enough. A strategic puzzle. Suresh Bhai says, what he says, knight e4. Your knight is under attack. Knight is under attack. So you don't have to play knight e4. You don't need to play. There is attack. There is attack now. No need to retreat. No need to retreat. There is attack. How do you do the attack? Okay. Why you are not participating? You should write answer freely. This is a coaching session, not a tournament. You should be confident and say this. What I am trying to help you out, how to take initiative and about on the weak point and weak position. The main defender of the position is the bishop. So Bishop d3. Queen into knight will lose. Now, if you play bishop takes bishop, the rook is joining. Suppose you play bishop into bishop, the rook will join. So, okay, let us say bishop into bishop. Rook will join. Array, rook will join. Array, what is happening? Now check here. Maybe I should play rook coming here winning. Maybe. What can I do? How can I finish this game? If you play bishop into bishop, how do I win this game? I guess queen check. I think rook knight check should win. So what about knight c6? Rather forced. If you play pawn into now rook into f3, d3 is coming, so this is forced. It should win. This should win. Now this check is coming. Rook is coming. It should win the game. So in the game, bishop d3 is the finish. Spassky found here. This is the lovely move, and he played in the game queen into. Now bishop into. It will lead to mate. Another beautiful move. Another beautiful move. You see, now the whole point is that these 2 points are in a knight form. The knight is looking at the square. So I'll pick up both these pawns. So now he pawn into he plays. Now he resigns in case you take the pawn, a check. Now I can take queen into bishop and knight into and then take the queen. Should be winning. Now I can take this and give. Now take check. It should win the end game. Or maybe even I can go here queen takes pawn mid threat. This is better. So again you come. Now I give a check. Now check. Now pick up. So now the position is 2 pawns extra for white and a very good position. So this is also winning. So this is whole point is he finds good moves all the time. Now attack he does not miss. This is a fantastic move. And this all started with bishop d3, bishop d6 move. Where is the move? Here. Now at rook f8, he found this lovely move, continuing the attack. Okay. Now I will show that Karpov Korchnoi game in this variation to leave Karpov 78. No, yeah. Transposer is same thing. Transposes. Nice move. I like the move because fortifying d5. This point is guarded 1, 2, 3. Makes it possible. Very well. Now no b5 is coming. Fully centralized. This is what I like from Karpov's game. He is always playing scientific chess. Centralization, no mistake, development, castle. His opening repertoire is foolproof. Fantastic player. He was. Okay, now the idea is to not allowing any kind of freedom knight coming to e5. And if necessary, I will play the bishop f4. Suppose you play pawn push bishop f4. And in the event of g5 knight h5, I can maintain the bishop. So very well played. So last prophylactic move. Now action will start with rook centralized. They are all in ideal place. All in ideal place. Now this break is going to come because this point is well defended. So we're trying to stop that break. How long? You want to stop that break, but how long? A new threat has come. Forced. Now the king side attack. Now the king has become a target. If he will play this is turn out badly. The knight will come and the knight will come to a stronger square. Knight will be fantastic here. So b4 is not good. And now he plays knight. It is also possible to play a break. If the rooks were here, I would play b4 break. Now this is good. White on top. Now four white pieces will attack with centralized. All white pieces are in fantastic square. The final blow has come. So he has to pay the penalty. Anyway, if you take other way also it is bad. Now you defending this is not going to work. Suppose you come back for defense. Come back for defense. This is also bad. He will play some knight coming to e4 or even queen into e7 is also plus for white. So the fork. Idea bf3. All over. Look into bishop is coming. Now I want to destroy the king position. So no problem. Now this is a serious threat. NG5 threat. The whole point is if you delay, now for example, now if you delay, for example, let us say you come here, he can play rook into knight. And on this is just winning. Overwhelming position. Knight into pawn, knight f7 check. Okay, this is plus. E7 lost. Knight is tied down to the defense of rook and rolling. So Karpo, this is I think enough. So the whole setup, main thing is that what we need to know the piece arrangement. Please keep in mind about this piece arrangement. Absolutely fantastic. Most ideally arrange the pieces against the system. Boris by Spassky. Jan Timman. So we have got here Grunfeld exchange variation. Positional line. This is actually a positional line. More aggressive is Kasparov's knight f3 and rook b1. This is a passive line. Now the position, normally the Grunfeld main idea that black strikes quickly to this point, win the knight, bring the queen, bring the rook. This is the plan very quickly should do. The pressure on center. Now this is also pressure but very slow. He wants to play BB7 very very slow. So white reacts very aggressive. So what should white do now? Most aggressive. I believe this was played by Magnus Carlsen, maybe in that Airthing tournament. Artem, that Vladimir Artemev, that great young grandmaster, he was black, and I think maybe this or another tournament. It's a recent game. Carlsen played H4 with the idea, a quick opening line for attack. Well played. Bishop B7 is bad because your bishop will remain passive. So queen. Already advantage. The threat on knight G6 is coming. So white has made a substantial improvement. What should white do now? White has open S file, white has center, active pieces, and open S line. Please think. I will write back in a minute. Please think. So, what is the move suggested by you? Suresh by Chawda B6. No, 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 no. You sacrifice. You are more not ready yet. You bring your queen, Queen G4. Yes, Veerabhadra Singh. Queen g4, correct. Now, queen g4. The pawn is pinned. And now, apart from other thing, a threat has come also. A threat has come. And now the sacrifice is coming. I don't think the queen is coming. The only threat, finishing that. Okay, on queen here, queen f7, he can play rook check. This is winning. So you cannot do that. You cannot play queen f7. Check. And now knight. Finish. Only move rook g8. Now rook f3 threat. Winning the game. Brilliant. You cannot play rook into knight. After rook into knight, the variation, I suggest rook f3, and here rook into check, here queen, bishop h6 with the threat of queen. And now you come here, queen. You come here, check. Exchange up. So you cannot take the knight. You cannot take the knight. Only move. Check. The only move. Check and resign. Because knight c3, knight is only move. Now you have only move, knight. Now pawn into, bishop into check, only move. Pawn into, rook into queen, pawn into pawn, this check. This check. And here it will lead to checkmate. Because the pawn is watching square, now deadly check. सब कुछ चला गया. After the move, check. Rook into, finish, party finish. How can you finish this? Maybe I should give check. And whatever you do, pawn into. Lost. So here it is a brilliant finish by Spassky. The whole variation b6 is a dubious line. किधर है? ये b6 is dubious. h4, bd5 plus. But I will tell you my recommendation not to play this positional line. You play this here, take. You play this aggressive line. This. Now play this aggressive line. Now on castle, RB1 is very aggressive. I play NF3 RB1 is very dangerous. Because why this is dangerous? Because the rook is here, the bishop is watching the rook. Now after the move, I am ready for the advance whenever you come. This is really good stuff. NF3 and RB1 is really dangerous for black. Now for example, maybe I will show you one or couple of model games. भाई For example, now suppose you play here c5, I will now play d5. You are welcome. You can take my pawn, no problem. Now you go back. White has an attack because center. Now the bishop is unable to move. So I will play h4 now. Now h5 is a threat. So this is very risky business. Now if you play h5, maybe I will play bishop c4, not allowing this sort of break. Very fast attack will come now. Just queen c1, bg5, castle, very strong. So it is not a good idea. It is play nf3, rb1. So he plays b6, bb3. White is better. You know, very strong position. Just exchange and go for attack. You cannot play capture on c4. You will lose material. Now if you capture on c4 here, you lose material. Bishop takes, bishop takes. You have to take, queen is coming. So you have to take, then queen c3 check, queen d4 check. There is no time for this. There is no time. अब ये खत्म हो जाएगा किस्सा. So this is space, center and attack. That means the whole line is bad. So here it is not a good idea to play slowly. I like this system. And anyway, regarding Spassky and Beliavsky, I will tell you a story. Spassky, Beliavsky. Oh, this is. Have I kept Beliavsky? Okay, I will tell you Beliavsky's story. Spassky Beliavsky. First, I will show the World Cup game. World Cup 1985. है ही नहीं. B83 मॉस्को, रिगा. क्या बात है. ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है. It has to be there. Ah, this is the one. Spassky Beliavsky, there was an unwritten understanding that every time Spassky, because there is a generation gap, Spassky was already a veteran and Beliavsky was growing up to a strong GM. So after some 12, 14 moves, Spassky would offer him a draw. And Beliavsky will refuse. And then Spassky will beat him. So this became a regular feature in many games. Spassky, after 12, 14 moves, used to offer a draw. But Beliavsky said no. Then Beliavsky loses. One journalist asked him, why you are doing this? Every time you meet offer a draw and you are losing the game. Then Beliavsky told him, one fable that there were two friends, one sea elephant and one what do you call bichu? What do you call sea elephant and don't know what do you call bichu? Okay, I don't know exact word. I'm not getting bichu tha bichu. Okay, if I'm not getting that exact word in English, they were friends. So then he said that I'm going to the other side. The sea elephant said, I'm going to the other side of the bank, river. Then his friend said, take me also. Then sea elephant said, that would be stupid because you will sting me on the way and I will die. Then this he said that what rubbish. If you die, I will also die. Why should I do that? So they started journey. And halfway through the river, he sting him. Now the sea elephant said, what did you do? Now I am going to be unconscious and I will drown and I will die and you will also die. Why did you do this? Then he said, "What can I do? That is my nature. What can I do? That is my nature to sting." So Beliavsky said, "I cannot accept draw. That is my nature." Uncompromising style, Beliavsky. So the draw offer came like this. Okay, in this tournament, World Cup, Beliavsky was leading the table. This is the last round of World Cup, and Beliavsky was 9.5, and Kasparov was on the second spot with 9 points. That means a draw. Then there might be a tie because Spassky was playing maybe Hayatson. I am not sure whom he was playing, but it is good chance Spassky will beat him. And if he beats, there will be a tie. In the tie break, maybe Beliavsky first, maybe Kasparov first. I don't know. So Spassky offered a draw after 12 moves, and Spassky played Paul Kerr's favorite in C3. Now knight d5. Idea: want to exchange a king side knight. So all this is normal. So d4. Here Spassky offered a draw. Spassky offered a draw here. After the move, castle draw. So he refused. Beliavsky, as usual, refused. So there come pawn into pawn, pawn into pawn. Naturally, you have to move the queen. So bishop d6. Now, when he refused to draw, Spassky has to concentrate and showed him the power. Every time it was like this. Good move. Okay. All this is playing, both are playing now normal moves. So here comes a brilliant rejoinder by Spassky. Bishop b6. Spoiling the coordination between the black pieces. Okay. How should white play now? How should white play? White played here queen e3 with the idea the queen wants to enter into the camp. So he played rook into. This is the finish. What a brilliant sack. Absolutely brilliant. It's so difficult to calculate so many variations. Absolutely brilliant. Now, of course, immediate threat he will parry. Black will parry the immediate threat. Now the point is, if you play some move like b e6, it is failing. B e6, rook d3, rook s3 will come. So you have to come here because bishop is now watching. Bishop is now watching the point. So rook is not coming here. That threat. There is a problem now. The knight is on the way. How are you going to defend e5? So he has returned the piece. Brilliant move. Bishop into pawn will lead to checkmate. Queen g6 will lead to checkmate. After the move here, queen check. Now if you take it, queen check, queen check, queen check. Now queen check, and I will take with check, and then I win the game. So you cannot take that bishop. Good move, very finely played. Bishop cannot move. Rook e5 will win. B e5 win. Only move. Winning. Now extra piece. Grandmaster, world champion, having an extra piece. that bishop h1 is the only, that is absolute no meaning. This makes no sense. End of the initiate. So every time Beliavsky will refuse a draw and get a lesson. So this was, and he became, Kasparov became champion. First of all, after the move e4, e5, Spassky thought for a few minutes. Spassky started thinking. So Kasparov started sweating because he was afraid कि बुड्ढा कहीं King's Gambit ना खेल देगा. Spassky was well known for playing King's Gambit. When he started thinking means he was thinking whether to play Knight f3 or whether to play King's Gambit. Iliavsky is a modern player. So Kasparov was sweating that कहीं बुड्ढा बुड्ढा King's Gambit खेल दिया तो गया. So Knight f3. Then Kasparov wiped his head, the all sweat. He Anyway, it was all interesting drama. Okay. Every time Beliavsky played something, Spassky played. Now I showed you this. The idea is to take knight into knight, bishop c6. So he avoided it. White is playing very sharply. White has an advantage. This is clear plus. I want to seize the d4 square. A piece must be there. So I want a knight. After knight into knight, another knight should come. So well played. Master of pawn tension. Spassky was having a clear and very good understanding of central pawn structure, pawn tension. Now knight into knight, one-sided. It will be all white's play only. After center, he cannot do anything. Very dangerous. So the only move to stop the attack. A technically winning position. Now white has got a technically winning position. Not only one extra pawn, but better pieces and more chances. Leave that Spassky game. I will go to the fourth round. Okay. Inviting to play the Marazibet. Now, white will have an attack. With center closed, he should advance h4, h5, g4, h4, h5 with a plan. So, g4. Why g4? Because you want to play the knight without blocking the pawn. If you play directly h4, h5 will come. Now, if you play ng3, the pawn is blocked. So, this gives more air. Idea next ng3, then all pawns and pieces are advancing. Override कर दिया. It's terrible. Terrible. So H5. Now the ready-made H file is open. How should you attack? Actually, I showed this game yesterday. Yesterday I showed this game. I showed that knight should be dumped. I showed this game. Okay. This is just I showed yesterday only, I think. Now rook is coming. Now whatever you do, now here rook is just coming for mate. Rook is coming. You cannot do anything. Okay, any other move, the rook comes and mate. Suppose, let us say you play rook b8. I'm just giving example. The idea is mate. And you come here anyway mate. So he has to make a room for the king. Here he makes knight move. with the idea that king wants to run away. Next king wants to run away like that. It's too late. Checkmate. Queen h8 is a mate. So the whole point is that the position is dumping the knight, not allowing. You have to accept it. There is no choice. If queen goes to e8, so knight into, and then queen is turn mate. Send you a game which I had analyzed to have a check at. Would you see the position? Yes, you can send me. You can send me Birabhadra. I will see one or two games of Spassky and analyze your game. One or two games. So Spassky Vasuko. This was played in 1959. Okay. So here, what happened? Okay. I'll see that game. So let me finish 2 3 games of Spassky. S3. Now this is a bad position. This is a bad trading. King f8, king f1. Now the point is the center. White has space and center. And the king is not that bad. The king after the move g3, the king will come and save. So this double pawns are controlling center. It is good. So now coordination is achieved. Rook to 5 open line. This is a bad move. Here it was better to play bf6. This is at least center. You are watching center and pressure. We played the bad move. With the hope that queen will come to f6 and then a bad move. So this is the point. This is the point. Now you cannot free the queen. After bishop takes bishop, queen will watch the rook on c8. So you cannot play. And if you play queen exchange, it is totally positionally lost. Well played by Spassky. You bishop and bishop is horrible. G6 plus. Now queen into is also bad. After you play queen into, some queen b3 will come, giving all bad positions. So this is bad. b6 is worse. a4 is b5 also bad move because of a4 plus minus. The position is plus minus. Now g5 is coming. Okay, suppose you play here bishop f4, it does not work. Now bishop has no room, only move. Bishop cannot move, only move. But after knight into, this is disaster. The pawn will fall, a 4 pawn, and with the king. So this is not working. So he has to play queen. Idea, counter attack on the black king, white king. Right? Now check. Now the whole point is white will lose the game. King h2, king h1, king g1, king f, all are losing. The only move king. So gives a check. Now pawn push. White to play and win. Find out. White to play and win. Hello Ramakrishna. How does white win here now? The back rank. The back rank. Queen into b7. No, I think first you stop the threat. Now here, stop, and now back rank. Well, at the point, black has nothing. If you do not play this move, he will play next queen here to c2 and queen e4. Lost. Extra piece is there. All over. There is no attack, nothing. Absolutely no attack. It should lead to mate. After queen e7, knight check leading to mate only. So the whole point is the double pawn. I selected the game to show that these are not bad. You see, this structure it is good for white. One more pawn. When they come, ng5 will come. No, if you want to take knight into, then you lose control and queen is activated. This is not a correct move. Not correct move. This you lose your initiative. This is freedom because your real queen is active now. So that is why knight g5 is not a good move. See, you don't get double bishop is not always. The knight is more important than the bishop here. The black bishops have no scope. So I leave this. I will show you one, two, three, one or two more games. So Bronstein Spassky. Semi-Taras, Nimzo-Indian position. So white looks good, so black has to move. This is a better move to play. This is better. So I think this is want attack, but it is not correct. Too slow. The bishop coming, rook coming, too slow. The center, the pawn on d4 would have given better opportunity. There is no attack coming. No problem. Active move. Among other things, you can even give a check and take the knight. This is double attack, and I can give a check also and take the knight. Absolutely no problem. This is okay. So it appears that white has achieved. I cannot take the knight. King h8. Black to play and win. Find out. How should now black play and win? Correct move. Black wins with a beautiful way. First, he exchanges that. So, takes now knight check. So that I can win the rook. Queen g5 check will pick up the rook. So, forced. Now, for the exchange, the knight is not good. This is also inside the camp. So, white creates some threats which is not working. Threat. The threat is to play some knight f5. Knight f5 and this mate. So, defending the threat. The threat is rook c7. Rook c7 is the threat. Black to play and win. Find out. You know, active style grandmaster. Grand attacking style, active style. How should black play now? The material equal pieces and equal pawns. Now queen into pawn, winning a pawn. So rook. You see, this is he is preparing to enter the rook. So I come stopping rook c7. Now rook c7 is stopped. So he takes pawn into rook c7. What should you do now? How should black play? Bishop d5. No, 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 not. I will tell you. You need to find a mating pattern. A mating pattern. That is why I am asking you. You need to find a mating pattern. He is threatening your bishop. He wants rook into bishop. What about the rook coming here? Rook d2, rook into f2. So this is active move. Now rook into bishop, rook into pawn, and there is a mate threat. Direct one movement. And now this does not work. And if you play king, now you will lose to rook check. You will lose to rook check. And you go here, knight is coming mate. Or you go here also, it is losing to mate. Knight will come, threatening knight check, overwhelming, overwhelming to attack. Idea knight check, pawn check. So you cannot play. You have to play move s3. But then again mate threat. Knight g3 mate, mate stop. Now knight f2 mate all over. Mating pattern. Anyway, even if you see, for example, after take rook here, okay, you do not play rook, but then also it is bad because he is exchange up. Next, he will play rook d7, rook double and over. Yeah. So now I will see इसका गेम रह गया कहाँ पे अटक गया हम फुरमान सो आई विल डू दिस गेम्स टुमारो बिकॉज 7-8 गेम रह गया मेरा यहाँ से 16 से 10 गेम रह गया so tomorrow I will see okay 10 games let me take you what Virabhadra's this thing what is the analysis he has sent game इधर है Okay. Okay. Rook d3. So white is better. Necessary. Want to double. So white is better. Now the point is white has superior position. White has the file and superior bishop. Black has weak squares. Black has weak squares, and the file is very good for white. This is also badly placed. So white is better. White is clearly better. The position is very difficult for black. The queen is in a terrible place, doing passive position. So I will tell you what Bent Larson. I remember the advice of Bent Larson during the game. I remembered what Larson said. Larson said, in the cramped position has to be freed slowly. You do not get panic. Just you have to play slowly. Position bad है तो क्या मैं resign कर दूं? I should not resign. So I started thinking Larson advised slowly. So first decide. Definitely you will not give the result. After that, the chances of win becomes less. So cover that important move. I get some time. At the moment, no queen is entering. Now, this is the one gave me opportunity. The badly placed queen will come to good square. Tempo. So, some relief. Now, the next plan, you should get rid of the queen or rook. One heavy piece. Idea b7 rook. So, freeing the bishop. The pawn need to protect it to play b7. Okay, the grandmaster was smart. He found it is so whatever comes on the way. So take, and better. Take. Now the position is bad. But I need a draw desperately because of looking for my IM norm. If I draw with the grandmaster, my average goes up and I'm going to meet another grandmaster next round. So I will have a very strong average and my IM norm chance is very bright after the draw. So I played good move, counter play. What is written notes? What written here? Okay, Black Queen on C7 was not doing anything. Very correct. Plan to activate the queen by playing queen c8. Queen is very correct move. Analysis. Okay. Now Black's next plan would be to play b7. Very correct. Maybe he wanted to play king h7. Okay. For playing b7, he has to support h6. Okay. All correct answer. In case b7, planning rd8. Yeah, the notes is correct. White thought that he will win the pawn, but there were problems. Yeah, Black is happy to draw a position which White may would have tried to win. ND1, BB4, supporting A5. It is hard to determine the position where there is double pawns or the side which is better. Think now this is okay. I believe that white position is better. Maybe white may be winning the game, but it is difficult. White is better. Probably white has winning chance. Here, I guess I guess this is not the best move. I believe that it is difficult. Maybe this is okay. Maybe c4. C4 is okay. Because after knight c8, now maybe he will play maybe king. maybe c5. No, this will bring exchange. So this is not winning. But anyway, I think this position is difficult. Maybe he should not do this. So technically, I did not really analyze for white side, but I was very happy to achieve a draw, a good move. It is very timely. If you delay, then f5 will come. After f5, I think black is lost. If f5 is allowed, so it is very important to play. Yeah, this is all correct. This is also timely. Now, if you play passively, it is lost. If you play passive moves, it is lost. So, well, this is a good move. Another blockade. Now, I think I was confident this position is drawn now. Here I work because there is no, this pass pawn is of no value and there are two one. I can easily exchange the pawn. So, no entry. All the area is covered. The king cannot penetrate. Forcing him. Enough. The idea, the king cannot have a safe thing. Knight check is there. Knight c5, knight f6. Okay. If king comes to c7, same. Knight e4. Draw. Nothing can stop now. So it was very important for me. So it was a nail biting draw. So this analysis is good. You have done a good analysis, Veerabhadra. Okay. So friends, I will see you tomorrow morning again. Actually, today I had a meeting with the Sports Authority of Gujarat and I could not have taken the class. But I was informed the meeting is postponed to 4th January. Instead of being today, the meeting will be on the 4th January. So on 4th January, there will be no class. I cannot do because I have to go to Gandhinagar. So today is second. Tomorrow I will take. Tomorrow two sessions I will take, but no class on 4th January because I have to go for a meeting with the Sports Authority of Gujarat. So see you tomorrow morning 9:30. Thank you very much friends being with me. तो सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Take care and bye. Morning 9:30. So 4th January I will have no class. See you tomorrow morning at 9:30.